This is the book of Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 4, is that I came across this article today from the Pew Research, okay, where they did a case study regarding the public's trust in government, okay, and who they interviewed or who they got the study from. Edomites, so-called white people, because they ain't going to you Jakes, because they already know you Jakes are gonna say, nah, this government ain't treating us right. Okay, my family's family, my my grandma, we've been screwed over by this government. My family's from my grandmother's side, my family's from my grandpa's side been screwed over by this government. Okay, and their families. Okay, so they're not interviewing you. The ones that they're interviewing are Edomites, so-called white people. Okay, and so when you look at this graph, you can clearly see that this place is not profitable even to them, which goes to show you America is finished. All right, America is on its way out, and this is a major sign. Okay, if the public doesn't have trust in the government, if the Edomites don't have trust in the government, all right, it's a wrap. And that's how you know a civil war is coming, pursuant to Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. All right, I'll get that. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. Oh, and by the way, you know who you can blame for this happening? 1144. Who can you blame for the reason why this is happening? You can blame, all right, the American elites, okay, with the politicians and the CIA and the NSA and the Military Intelligence Agency. They're the ones to blame for this, okay? All right? Because they're the ones that control the media. It's a fact. When you really when you actually, grow up and wear your big boy pants or if you're female, you put on, okay, your big girl dress. The media is controlled by the CIA and the Military Intelligence Agency, as well as Mossad, okay? Them JJs. It's a fact, all right? They're the ones that have been lying and pretty much gaslighting the American people, all right? And now the American people have woken up, all right? And seeing that, all right, the government's not to be trusted. So you can blame you can blame again, once again, all right, the CIA, the FBI, all right, the Mossad, the Military Intelligence Agency, U.S. military intelligence agencies. They're the reason why this place is on the way out. Blame yourselves, all right? You have no one else to blame but yourself, okay? Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I know you hate it when I mention you clowns in my lessons, but you know what? All right? Facts are facts, okay? How do you explain this? This is from your institutions. You set these institutions up, okay? Look at the graph. From 1958 to 2025, there's been a steady decline of trust in the government, all right? Not to mention the institutions outside the government as well. There's been a strong decline. In fact, let me ask the Google AI. Is there a strong decline in trust in the American institutions? Yes, there's a strong, persistent decline in trust across most U.S. institutions. Again, this place is not profitable, okay? That's why a civil war is coming. With government, media, and healthcare seeing significant drops driven by political polarization, which you control, okay, that via your media, CNN and Fox, okay? You watch CNN and Fox, it's two different worlds, okay? Misinformation and a societal division, although some institutions like the military, small business, and science still retain higher confidence, which that's dwindling. That's why you're having a crazy recruiting problem. And small businesses, all right, you're evaporating it with the inflation, okay, and with these big businesses that you've are working hand in hand with for greed, all right? Because that's what it is. A lot of you CIA operatives and military intelligence agencies and FBI operatives, you sold out to the corporations for your own greedy ambitions, okay? You sold out America to these corporations who don't even give a damn about America, all right? They're just using it, all right? And they're done with this place. And again, the point is, it's the average American is seeing this. Again, this is the Pew Research. And the Pew Research is not calling up a so-called black and Hispanic man, all right, to ask them their thoughts, okay, if they can trust the government. All the black and Hispanic man has to say is, man, have you not been paying attention to history for the past 50 years? Clearly, they're not calling up no black and Hispanic man, okay? Maybe a so-called black woman or a Hispanic woman because they don't know what the fuck is going on. Maybe. And I'm giving a big maybe. The ones that are being called are Edomites, okay? They're the ones that are saying they have lost trust in this government, which is why a civil war is coming. So yeah, that's just the point right there. Media trust in news media has fallen sharply. Healthcare, education, higher education also faces declining public favorability. Right, your education is where you're supposed to be brainwashing the future generation, and they're not trusting your institution. This place is fucking done. All right, and again, you can blame yourself. That's why civil war is coming. All right, Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Right. So, you know, it's coming. All right, this is coming because why? 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Right, because the people have lost, okay, faith in this place. Period. Okay, this place is not profitable. It's not benefiting them because you have the wrong people ruling, right? You have the wicked ruling. This is the reason why. And I will destroy the counsel, right? And the Lord is doing that. That's why you see clearly the data. Trust the science. Trust the science. Okay? And I'm not making fun of those on the spectrum. Okay? I'm not making fun of them. All right? I'm making fun of that clown you put up, Kamala Harris. That fucking joke. All right? That was a big fucking... Whoever in the CIA or Mossad or the military intelligence agency thought of that idea to put Kamala in was a fucking idiot. You should fire that clown. All right, you should put that clown in the dirt because that was the most you pretty much exposed that this government is ran, okay, by the same people with that fucking psyop, that terrible psyop. You could have done better, okay? Whoever decided that, needs to be fired, okay? Because you guys revealed your hand right then and there. Okay, that was fucking nasty work. But anyway, hey, again, this is part of your pride. Okay? Your pride's catching up to you. Now it's time for your fall. And you clearly see it. You're fucking falling big time. All right? And there's nothing you can do about it. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah, I can't stand you motherfuckers. I cannot stand y'all, man. I know you're a bunch of hypocrites and a fucking snakes, and I'm glad you're being exposed as such, and I'm glad that you have to be scared of your own fucking race now, okay? Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare and have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not right, and ultimately leading to your destruction. All this is leading to your destruction. But I will strip bare the land of Edom, and there will be no place left to hide, right? And you can't hide anymore, all right? These polls prove that you are being exposed, even amongst your own nation, okay? And that's why this place is going down with violence. Its children, its brothers, and its neighbors will all be destroyed, and Edom itself will be no more, right? And that's coming after you serve 1,000 years in slavery, all right? Then the true genocide will come, okay? You thought you can genocide us? Not going to happen. The Lord has been protecting us all this time, all right? And the Lord will protect his elect, all right? He will protect, starting with his prophets, who he raised up in the latter days to condemn y'all and tell y'all that y'all are going down, and use your own sources against you. How about that? Okay? All right? I didn't write this. Your own kind did. All right? People are through. Through. Her. You're losers. You're fucking losers. I want to get pride goeth before destruction. Pride goeth before destruction. Because that's what it was. Y'all were so much in your pride and pomp and really fucking thought that you were going to continue ruling forever. No. There's a cutoff period. And these are the signs. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Right. And what it was, your pride and your haughty spirit got the best of you. All right. Now it's time for you to fall. And you're going to fall very hard. All right, there's no stopping this place from going down. All right, civil war is inevitable. It is inevitable. All right, and while you're in the midst of, all right, trying to maintain some sense of order in Babylon the Great America, you got to also fight Russia, China, Iran, and NATO. The beast shall hate the whore, and you clearly see Europe is getting angry with you Americans. It's all biblical. It's all prophetic. It is getting spicy. It's the Lord is cooking. The Lord is working, which is leading to you yacht clowns being cooked. All right, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm excited about this, man. When I see stuff like this, I'm like, yeah, these clowns is through. Look at that. And this is all spiritual. The 1960s, 70s, Trafalgar began eroding amid the escalation of the Vietnam War. Right, this was the catalyst. All right, but really, if you look at it spiritually. Okay, what happened? Okay, Elijah was raised up, which is Abba Bivens, all right, to restore through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right, the Israelites, to bring back the remembrance of who the Israelites are, all right? That's that restoration, okay, to restore us, all right? Elijah, you know what? Let me go get the scripture with Elijah, Malachi. What is it, 4? Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Right. And when did this happen? When Abba Bivens, okay, was raised up to teach the gospel, who the true Israelites are, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. And that happened around 1969, 1970. Okay, it's all spiritual. All right. 6, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. Right. Okay, and that's why you're seeing a huge awakening amongst Israelites. All right. His preacher will turn the hearts of the fathers to their children, the hearts of the children to their fathers. Otherwise, I will come and strike the land with a curse. Right. And that's what happened. That's why you're seeing a huge awakening. All right. So yeah, it's all spiritual. Okay. So yeah, this place is cooked. Kiss it goodbye. All right. This place is not profitable. All right. The Lord will restore a profitable kingdom, and that's the kingdom of Israel. Okay. And it will be set up by Yahweh Shai, who he calls Jesus, along with his 144,000 men who are Israelites, and they're going to judge the nations. Okay. The 144,000 men who are Israelites, and they will be judging the nations. So this place is done. All you intelligence agencies, all right, your pride has gotten the best of you. You're fucking done, all right. just, you know, enjoy the what's left of this fucking piece of shit place, because it's done. Okay, and you have no one else to blame but yourself. Okay, and with that, shalom. On to the next one. All right, lock in, brothers. We're almost out of here. This is a confirmation. We're almost out of here. This place cannot sustain itself. Shalom.